going on? Welcome to Straight Up 20. We are back. Due to suggestions and then something I just want to do, we're gonna kind of like do more, really be updated with the NBA playoffs. Now I'd be lying to you if I say I watched every NBA game, NBA playoff game, because I do not, because I don't have the time. But I'm gonna try to watch as many as I can. I'll talk about the ones I know about, the ones the ones I've watched. I went to the Sixers Raptors game last night, which would be whenever I release it, but it would be Monday night. I went, and it was. That was my third Philly playoff game I've ever been to. I think third. That was the most electric I've ever seen. Like a sports environment. It was insane. I mean, just looking like through the past, if I went to like the 08, 09 Phillies runs, they were crazy. But like this, there's not much better than Sixer playoff basketball in Philadelphia. It was amazing experience. So we can talk about that game first. Sixers win fairly easily again, and the main topic, which I don't really want to talk about, but because I think it's stupid. The main topic was the officiating, which like sure you're gonna get bad calls. Bad calls happen to everyone, every game. No one is free of it. It just happens. And to say that is why there was like probably one or two bad ones, and the rest you just can't stop and beat, so you're gonna foul him. It's just big man, 7 foot, running down the paint. His footwork's unstoppable. You're gonna foul him because you're gonna have to, or you'll just let him score, or you could play defense better. But I'm gonna give you a pass because you should just like accept the fouls. Honestly, you should try to foul him because it's just no point because you can't stop him. So to say like that was the reason that the Sixers blew you out 2 games in a row is absurd. It's absurd because I've seen like stuff. Oh, if you take out the fouls, the Raptors won 87-86. So you're saying every foul was bad? Fouls are part of the game. You're taking part of the game out. It's a whole different game if you don't foul them. It gets much more. The score would not be 87-86 if there's no fouls. I'll just put it like that. That would not be the score. It would be not good. So fouls are part of the game. Probably stuff could be fixed, but like you need to call fouls. Like stop this mess. So yeah, Sixer Tyrese Maxey continues to shine. I've seen people like kind of like discredit him by saying it's all Harden, when like yeah, Harden has enhanced his game because he's enhanced everyone's game. Of every person he's played with, he's enhanced their game. Maxey was doing this before. Just because you're tuning in now, I went to the Sixers Grizzlies game January, February, somewhere in that time, and Maxey just no Embiid, no, this before the Harden trade. He did it all on his own. It was just miraculous. He dominated. So and he's had many games like that before. This isn't anything new. It's crazy that he's doing it on a high playoff level, but it's nothing new. I want to talk about the Utah Jazz. That's it's unfortunate, man. Because like it's really hard to get star players on your team. It's really hard, especially two that you've developed in like small markets like Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. But like it's not. It's the front office's fault because it's been pretty clear that if putting Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert on a team and help them with nothing else is not going to work. It's not going to work because Gobert's okay. He's gonna lock down the paint, right? You know he's gonna do that. That room will be protected, but everything else, other than Royce O'Neal, Donovan, free game. It's just Maxi Kleba went like he was like 8 for 11, something crazy like that, because he just had open shots. Same with the Raptors game. Raptors were not guarding the perimeter well, so Sixers had target practice. So Tobias got started, Maxi got started, George got started, Shake had some threes. Um, it just you don't guard the perimeter and bad things happen. You can lock up the paint as good as you want, but if you don't have good perimeter defense, it's over. Like it's a problem, especially in a 3-point shooting league that we are now. You gotta guard the perimeter, and they just don't. They just don't, and it's time to blow it up because at some point when you're Utah, there's only so high you can go, and Donovan wants out. Gobert's probably not too happy there. I talked about this last video, like who you would give up. It's hard. I think you just gotta do it all. Gotta do it all. Get a bunch of picks. Start over. Hope you can pick well. Probably fire Quinn. Lakers want him because you lost to the Luka-less Mavericks, which is an issue. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's bad. Not a good look. All right, Nuggets Warriors. I'm just not going to say anything about the MVP at all because I could go on. I'm just going to leave that there because y'all know how I feel about it. Y'all know whose case this should or shouldn't help, even though it's the playoffs and it doesn't matter. Warriors, I don't want to apologize to the Warriors. You guys probably don't know this unless you like follow me on Twitter or something. But like, at Johnny Rody, that's JONNYRODE, or maybe just John. I don't know. I'll put it below, but you should follow me on Twitter. I just rant about sports stuff sometimes and other stuff. It's fun, good time. But I was just saying, like, I didn't see it with the Warriors because I saw them as a beatable team. They don't have a real center. Their best option is to put Draymond at the 5. And I was like, Steph Curry wasn't playing well. Now he's hurt. Da da da. I was not expecting Steph to like come back and forget that he was struggling when he got hurt, and I didn't expect Jordan Poole to turn into Steph Curry. So you have 2 Steph Currys. I didn't expect Clay to be at 100% now. I didn't expect. I mean, if Wiggins was playing well, like it's over. But that lineup of like to have Curry, Poole, Clay all on the floor together. I'll just say the Jazz are glad they're not matched up against them because it'd be really, really bad. But yeah, the Nuggets, Jokic does not have helped this. It's true. Although it's really a bad look that he is not getting that he it's not a good look for him because you were expected to compete this series. You were. The expectation that you would make it a series because you're the MVP. He's gonna win MVP. Everyone calls you the best center, the blah blah blah. You can't get swept because I don't see how they're gonna beat them in a game. Period. Like it's an issue. It's a bad look on your part, and yeah, you can say you don't have Murray, you don't have Michael Porter Jr. I don't think that would have helped you that much. I'm not calling you to win this series if those people were back, because those are both very streaky players. So you don't know what you're getting from them even when they are healthy. You had a season to figure that out. And as the MVP, you're expected to compete, and that is everything that you have not been doing, and now there's tension on the bench, and I don't know. The Warriors look really good. I don't want to apologize to them, but I might have to. Yeah. The Heat and the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks looks. I didn't watch this game because I was watching the Grizzlies. Because I care more about the Grizzlies. I'm just pulling up the stats. Grizzlies put up a fight. Trae Young much better than the absolute disaster class he had. Game 1, he had put 25. What was his shooting splits? Well, I figured that out. Yeah, the Hawks, they just don't really match up well at all. And I think I said this on my, alright, here's the shooting splits. 10 of 20 from the field. Just, he's okay there. So he was better, but, and obviously, I'm not going to say much because, I'm not trying to be a box score watcher and think I know what happened in the game. But his plus minus was a minus 11, which is still, I guess it's just rough. They don't match up well at all because it's like they have no defense at all, just none. Clint Capella not being there is brutal. So they had John Collins running the 5, I would assume. And then Onyeka Okongwu coming off the bench. That's rough, man. Tough. I don't like the Hawks at all, but that's tough. I like Clint Capella, and man, that just makes your series a whole lot harder when you're going against such a balanced team like the Heat. Jimmy Butler, shout out to him. He came alive with 45 bars. Just that's what you needed. The offense was just not there for Jimmy this year. Just not there. And that's good to see him just turning it on at the playoffs. So that's what you need from Jimmy. Absolutely. I'm happy for Jimmy. Glad he could get that. Let's go to my Grizzlies, who are back on track. They had the Ja injury scare. I was a wreck because if he went down, I would have been not a happy camper. I'll say that. Grizzlies, their depth showed. It's the depth. I think so. The biggest question is, why do the Grizzlies look better sometimes? They're not better when Ja's off the court, but I think what happens is, and I like the Grizzlies a lot. I don't get a lot of Grizzlies game because I'm in Philly. So I don't watch that many to analyze totally. I watch highlights and stuff, but when Ja's not on the floor and you have this deep bench, you rely on each piece, right? It's not running through one player, it's running through the 5, and then so there's a lot of fluid ball movement. Everyone's touching the ball, everyone's getting the shots. When it's Ja's distributing. He had 10 assists tonight. He distributes, but you're running it through him. So sometimes, depending on how the team is built, it works better. It's not better. They are not better when Ja is not playing, but I can give it an illusion because of how they're built, right? Because if you have Ja, you're gonna have a better shot at winning. It's just that's that. So I think that's why. Yeah. Pelicans are beating the Suns right now. I might have to. I'm gonna have to tune into that one. Because that's crazy. If they can steal a game, they're not gonna win the series. But if they can steal a game, show some weakness of the Suns, it could get interesting. And I like when stuff shakes up. So yeah, none of I think all my predictions are pretty on point, except this Brooklyn-Boston series is going to be the greatest first round series of all time. Like that first game, that's like a basketball fan's dream. Like I was in heaven watching that game. I'm so excited for that to watch that series pan out. It's gonna be a dogfight every game. I hope so, at least. And number 25 might come back. So that'll be interesting. Like people were talking about, like, oh, I don't know if you work him in. How do you work him in? The thing with number 25 is he's gonna give you the defense. If nothing else is working, he's gonna give you the defense, and he'll pass well. So you don't really have to worry. I don't think they're gonna have to worry about fit too much. I think you're just gonna enhance the defense, which is scary. Um, I don't like him. I don't like. I'm not gonna. But like I'm not gonna deny when, like, of course you want him on the court. It doesn't matter. Like if you have a chance to get a guy like him, an athlete like him, a skilled player like him, you want to get him on. Um, that's just what you got to do. So if he comes back this week, it'll be weird seeing him playing again. But if you're Steve Nash, you want to get him on the floor as quick as you can. Because they're gonna need it this series. It's a dogfight. So yeah, I think other than the Brooklyn and Boston series that we really don't know about, all my predictions are pretty much holding up. I still have the Mavericks coming up against the Jazz, I believe. I might have to look at it again, but yeah. This might be an episode on the shorter side, but I think they might be a little shorter if we're just recapping the games. The Phillies are playing on. They finished their game. They stink. That's a problem. They can't hit, and when you put in all that money for hitting, it's a problem. So I don't know. I'm gonna stay patient because it's a 162 game season, and a lot can turn. We started out bad last year and then got right in the thick of the playoff race. So I'm not hitting the panic yet, but it's not the most promising thing in the world. I'm gonna manifest Deebo Samuel to the Eagles. Deebo Samuel and Tyrann Mathieu will be an Eagle this week. They won't, but like I'm putting it in the air. So yeah, let me know what you think. How are your predictions going? Drop them in the comments. Please subscribe. I'm trying to build from the ground up, so it ain't easy. So I need all the support I can get. Share it, do all that. Let me know specific things you want me to talk about. We don't have to go on the just solely talking about the playoffs each time. If you have something in sports that you want to hear my opinion on, drop it below. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. Peace out, y'all.